Flacco postgame talked about the resiliency he's seen from the Browns in his time with the team.
Listen, I think it just tells you a lot about the kind of guys that this organization has, purposely picked to put on the roster and in that locker room. And I think it's one of those things that you probably can't quite quantify. But having hard workers, having tough guys, and all those things, if you're put in situations where you need to be, you need to have that resilience. Like I said, not every one of them are going to work out. So there is a little bit of probably luck involved in things like today. But I think it just speaks to the character of the guys in that room, and I think you have to give credit to the organization for probably doing that on purpose.
The line was decimated, we know that. So what were your words of encouragement in the huddle, on the sidelines?
I didn't have much. You just look at the guys and say, "Hey, let's go. Let's get in a groove here. Let's get back in our rhythm. Let's go get one." Stupid, simple little things to just kind of keep everybody's heads up. But I got to say, all those guys, there was never a time where we got to the sideline getting ready to go out for a drive and you saw a head down. Everybody had their eyes up and were ready to go. So, like I said, if they had a little bit of a different feeling inside, then they weren't letting it be shown. And that's what you have to do in these situations. You have to trick your mind into thinking that it's not that big of a deal, even though it might be.
And Fred, the one thing you can tell, the guys on the field believe in him. And that, for a guy that's your fourth quarterback, that's what you want. You can't ask for much more than having everybody in the huddle believe this guy's going to find a way to get it done.
Well, that's true. And the players, say that. And you think about it, he's 38, 39 years old, and most of these guys are, early 20s. So most of them have alluded to watching him when they were kids. They're football fans as little kids dreaming, and they're seeing Joe Flacco in the Super Bowl and all those wins with the Ravens. And he's out there with them in the field, and he's just a calming presence, in the clutch, go time. They look in his eyes and they see no fear. They see very calmness. It's almost like a Kevin Stefanski on the field because it brings such a calming presence. And they know that he's done it in the past, and they have, confidence that he's going to do it, in the present. So I just think it really is something that easily in games past and years past, a game like last Sunday was long over, when the Browns dug that hole. But, they did what they did, and it's really hard to describe. You just see it. But I think Joe Flacco brings that to the team.